At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to Billy Batson, a street-smart, quick-witted kid surviving in Philadelphia entirely on his own terms. And when I say surviving, I mean it. Within the first few minutes, we watch him outsmart two police officers, trap them inside a store, and then use their own police computer to do something that tells us everything we need to know about who Billy really is. He's searching for his mother. You see, when Billy was very young, he got separated from his mom at a fair. And ever since that moment, finding her has been his entire reason for existing. He finally tracks down an address, heart pounding with hope, but when he knocks on the door, it's the wrong woman. Same last name, wrong person. And just like that, the dream crashes. The police show up and drag him back to his social worker. Billy has already escaped from 16 different foster homes. His social worker sits him down and says something brutal but honest. If his mother truly wanted to find him, she would have looked. Billy refuses to believe it. He doesn't want a replacement family. He wants the real thing. But with no other choice, he's placed with a new foster family, Victor and Rosa, a warm couple who open their home to multiple kids. When Billy arrives, he meets the whole crew. Eugene, the tech genius glued to video games. Darla, the sweetest kid you've ever seen who immediately tries to hug Billy like he's been her brother forever. Mary, the responsible older sister preparing for college. Pedro, the quiet one. And then there's Freddy, a fast-talking, superhero-obsessed kid with a disabled leg who somehow manages to make you smile and exhaust you at the same time. Billy wants nothing to do with any of them. When Darla runs up to hug him the next morning, he shuts her down cold. "I'm not your real brother." It's harsh. It lands hard. But Billy isn't being cruel. He's just terrified of letting people in. Now here's where the story gets really interesting, because before we see Billy get his powers, the movie takes us back in time to show us the man who will become his greatest enemy. And understanding this villain is crucial, because he's not just evil. He's tragic. We are introduced to a young boy named Thaddeus, riding in the back seat of a car with his father and brother during Christmas. Then something bizarre happens. Mysterious symbols appear on a toy in his hands, and the world around him shifts. He's pulled to a mysterious place called the Rock of Eternity, a realm outside of time, where an ancient wizard named Shazam has lived for centuries. The wizard is the last surviving member of a council of 7 wizards. His mission: to find someone worthy to inherit his power. A champion pure enough of heart to protect the world from 7 monstrous forces known as the 7 deadly sins, all of which are imprisoned in magical statues. The wizard sees something in young Thaddeus and gives him a test. But here's the problem. The moment the sins sense a possible new host, they begin whispering to him, tempting him, filling his head with visions of power. And Thaddeus, despite wanting so desperately to be chosen, starts reaching toward the statues to free them. The wizard sees it immediately and pulls him back. "You are not worthy." And just like that, Thaddeus is sent home. The car ride back is where the real tragedy begins. Distracted and screaming that he deserves the power, Thaddeus causes his father to crash. His father survives but is left permanently disabled. His brother never forgives him. His family breaks apart. And Thaddeus, now carrying guilt and resentment in equal measure, spends the next several decades obsessed with one thing: returning to the Rock of Eternity and taking what he believes is rightfully his. Now fully grown and calling himself Dr. Sivana, he runs a powerful company and has been hunting across the globe for anyone who was ever tested by the wizard. After years of research, he finally cracks the code, a specific repeating sequence of symbols that serves as the key to opening the door back. When he finally activates it, the door opens, and his assistant, who witnesses it all, touches the door and instantly turns to dust. Sivana doesn't even flinch. He steps through and returns to the Rock of Eternity. The wizard is ancient now, barely holding on. Sivana wastes no time. He shatters the orb containing the 7 deadly sins and absorbs all of them directly into his own body. They pour through his eye and transform him into something terrifying. The wizard tries to stop him, but he's too weak. And as Sivana walks away, the wizard whispers something we'll need to remember later, that he must find his champion. Fast. Back in Philadelphia, things are escalating for Billy. After Freddy gets attacked by bullies at school and Billy steps in to defend him, a chase breaks out. Billy runs and jumps onto a moving subway train, and that's when those same strange symbols appear inside the car. The train stops, the world goes dark, and suddenly Billy is standing face to face with the ancient wizard Shazam himself. The wizard explains everything: the 7 sins, the fallen champion who misused the power before him, the desperate search for someone worthy. And then, he looks at Billy and says something that changes everything. "You are my last hope." Billy pushes back. He's not a hero. He's just a kid looking for his mom. But the wizard insists. He places his staff in Billy's hands and tells him to say one word. Just one word. Shazam. Lightning erupts from the sky. Billy transforms. Standing where a 12-year-old boy once stood is now a fully grown, armored superhero, carrying the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. When Billy looks at himself, he's equal parts terrified and fascinated. And before he can ask a single question, the wizard crumbles to dust right in front of him. Billy is now alone, standing in a subway car full of strangers staring at a muscular man in a cape. Naturally, they laugh. Billy panics and runs. He goes straight to Freddy, who is, predictably, absolutely losing his mind with excitement. After Billy proves his identity by producing Freddy's prized Superman bullet, the two of them immediately start testing what Billy can do. They head to a park, throw punches, try flying, which absolutely does not work at first, until suddenly lightning shoots from Billy's hands and both of them stand there screaming. What follows is genuinely one of the most fun sequences in the movie. Freddy plays scientist while Billy plays guinea pig. Super speed? Check. Bulletproof body? Check. They test it with actual guns. The bullies from school are no match now. Robbers in a convenience store get tossed out like trash. Freddy records everything and uploads it online, and within hours, the whole city is buzzing about a mysterious new hero they're calling Red Cyclone. But here's where things start going sideways. Billy begins using the powers for himself, pulling cash from ATMs, buying snacks, taking selfies with fans. He's not being malicious. He's a 12-year-old who suddenly has no rules and unlimited power. Of course, he's going to have fun with it. But Freddy starts to feel used. He wanted a partnership. Instead, he's becoming invisible next to Billy's growing ego. Things break wide open. He's off entertaining a crowd somewhere, and Freddy gets publicly humiliated. When Billy does finally show up, Freddy calls him out directly. "You're not helping people. You're just entertaining yourself." Billy fires back. They fight. And just as the argument peaks, Billy's lightning accidentally hits a bus, careens off a bridge, and everything stops being fun. Billy dives in without thinking. He catches the bus mid-air, struggling, shaking, and somehow lowers it to safety. The crowd erupts. But even in that moment of triumph, Freddy's words sting because they're true. That's when Sivana appears. The confrontation is brutal. Sivana is everything Billy is not: controlled, experienced, and filled with 7 demonic entities that make him nearly indestructible. He beats Billy to the edge of his limits, drags him thousands of feet into the sky, and drops him. And here's the moment the whole movie has been building toward. In pure freefall panic, Billy finally unlocks flight. But even that isn't enough. Sivana catches him again and again, pounding him relentlessly. Billy's only escape is to say Shazam, revert to a 12-year-old, and disappear into the crowd. He goes home, defeated. But Victor and Rosa confront him. They know about the skipped school days, the chaos Freddy has been wrapped up in, and downstairs, the other kids have been connecting the dots. When Mary realizes the hero who knew her name by sight could only be Billy, and Darla, who already knew the whole time, can barely contain her glee, it all comes out. Then Eugene delivers the real gut punch. While trying to help Billy find his mother, he accessed some records and found something Billy couldn't. His mother is alive, lives 2 train stops away, and had deliberately changed her name. Billy runs. The reunion he's imagined his entire life lasts about 3 minutes. His mother explains that she was 17 when she left him. Alone, broke, and scared, she watched him get taken in by the police, and chose to walk away because she believed he'd be better off without her. She's built a new life now. She doesn't want contact. The door, quite literally, closes in his face. Billy stands outside, shattered. And then his phone rings. It's Freddy's number, but it's Savannah's voice on the other end, and he can hear his foster family screaming. Billy transforms and races home. But Sivana has already taken everyone to the Rock of Eternity, using them as leverage to force a power transfer. Just when it seems like everything is over, the foster siblings fight back, throwing punches, weapons, anything they can grab. It actually hurts Sivana for a moment, but the sins regenerate him instantly. Billy gets an idea. It's wild. It's dangerous. And it's the most important thing he's ever done. He grabs the magical staff and throws it to his siblings. All 5 of them, together. They catch it, they look at each other, and they say the word. Shazam. Lightning splits 5 ways. Every single one of them transforms. Pedro, Mary, Eugene, Darla, Freddy. All of them superheroes. The final battle is extraordinary. Sivana releases 6 of the 7 sins to fight them off while he goes head-to-head with Billy. But Billy notices something. One sin is still inside Sivana. Envy. It's the source of his power and his healing. And the only way to get it out? You can't fight it out. You have to provoke it. So Billy starts taunting envy directly, telling it the other sins are out there doing the real fighting while it's stuck inside a body doing nothing. It works. Envy erupts out of Sivana's eye and attacks Billy directly. Billy reverts to his 12-year-old self. The lightning from the transformation strikes envy mid-air, scattering it. Sivana, now powerless, starts plummeting. And Billy transforms back, catches him and brings him down safely. The orb is recovered. All 7 sins are sealed back inside. Sivana is handed over to the authorities. The city cheers. Later, the 6 of them return to the Rock of Eternity, seal the sins back into their statues, and claim the ancient chamber as their secret headquarters. And when Billy comes home, he finally does what he couldn't do before. He accepts his foster family as his real family. Not a replacement. Not a consolation prize. His actual family. The next day at school, when the same kids who mocked Freddy are still laughing, Billy walks into the cafeteria in full superhero form. He introduces Freddy as his mentor, his best friend, and the person who taught him everything. And then he casually brings Superman with him. The entire school loses its mind. And that is the incredible story of Shazam. A boy who had nothing, found something worth fighting for, and discovered that the most powerful thing in the universe isn't magic. It's family. Now listen, if you watched this entire video and you are still not subscribed to this channel, I genuinely don't know what else I can do for you. I just broke down an entire superhero movie, kept you hooked the whole way through, and you're gonna leave without hitting that subscribe button? That's cold. Don't do me like that. Hit subscribe right now, it's free, it takes 1 second, and it means the world. And drop a comment below. If YOU were given Shazam's powers, what would be the very first thing you'd do? I'm reading every single one. See you in the next one.